Vegas. I hope you're all doing well. And today I want to talk a little bit about something that I've spoken about before, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. What are you guys doing? Hey, Matthias, how are you? Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, so what have you guys done? Have you guys bought any yet? There's a big misconception out there. So I want to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency and understanding it. And the reason I want to talk about this is because for the first time in history, this gives people, even people who are unbanked, the chance to actually participate in investment and in the growth of wealth. And that is such a critical piece here. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Byron Booker. Good to see you, man. This is just such a critical time period. You say you speak Portuguese, but I develop in English. Great. Excellent. Yeah, I forgot most of my Portuguese. I learned some when I was younger. Eu falo um pouco português. So I want to talk to you about the opportunities that are available right now for investing for people who typically, we're locked out of the system, right? So before, if you wanted to get into buying shares and stocks, and you had to have an investment account, an investment advisor, and, just really wasn't going to be a thing unless you had quite a bit of money and you had retirement accounts, you had all this sort of stuff that you had to do to tap into an investment network. So there are different apps out there, and there are different platforms which are trying to make it much easier for people to access wealth and access investing. Okay. You're saying speaks Portuguese. How cool. I'm using the translator. Yes. And there's phenomenal translators nowadays that you can use. It's just so different. I mean, back in the day, I literally went to school in China, and I went to class, and I just had to study, sit down with like the traditional old books, right? And a little piece of paper and write over and over and over to try to memorize this stuff. Okay, I will. And now you have these wonderful translation apps. You have this software that can do it, which allows us to communicate with each other in just such an amazing way that we weren't able to do before for thousands of years. Now we have this capability. But the other really cool capability is the capability to actually access money, access finance, access investing. Now, why am I so insistent on this? Why is this so important to me? Because I really want you to be financially independent. The stuff I talk about, owning yourself, standing up for yourself, standing up for your rights, all of this stuff is, it's really hard to implement if you're stuck in an abusive relationship or a dead-end job or in a system or society that is abusing those rights. So that becomes that's why we want to make sure we have financial independence. We want to pull ourselves up out of this hand-to-mouth type of environment where we're just, trying to get from one day to the next and depending on somebody else for a paycheck, and, then you might get fired, and it just creates such a sense of insecurity. Hi, Rosillo. And so what I'm trying to say here is now you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to jump on, to get into something that you didn't have the opportunity to do before. And that is be part of something that is the future of finance, the future of investing. And you can do that really, really easily. So there's a big misconception about Bitcoin, and I probably should have started with this, right? People think, oh, it's like $50,000, it's $60,000. I don't have $60,000 to invest in Bitcoin. Guess what? You don't need it. You can invest as much as you want because you don't have to buy one Bitcoin. It's not like a dollar. It's not a physical object. You can buy tiny fractions of it, right? So you have $100, you have $500, you have $1,000. That's all you need to invest, you see? And that's true of all of the different cryptocurrencies. But the ones that I think are, the sort of the the underpinning, the staple one, the more secure ones are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, those are the underpinning for it. So definitely, like you have the ability now to do this, to be in on this, and this is the future. And so, all you have to do is you have a cell phone, you can just do it from your cell phone. Literally, you can go on there, you can open, there's a bunch of exchanges. Some of the big ones are ones like Coinbase, Kraken. If you live overseas, Kraken is a really good one. Binance, and Gemini, right? So there's a bunch of these exchanges that you can just sign up, open it right on your phone. You open an account right on your phone, sign up, go in there, you transfer money into it. Usually sometimes you have to connect your bank account to transfer money into it, and then just purchase, and then the crypto coins can just sit there on the exchange. I've explained all ways in which you can take them off and do all this other stuff, but that's in my webinar. It's totally free. Go watch it. But just to get started, $100, just do something. Just get started and then start to watch it, and you'll educate yourself just by watching it, just by watching what the exchanges are doing, right? So I have an app on my phone which, I just open it and it tells me what all the different cryptocurrencies are doing. Are they going up? Are they going down? Whatever it is. And the key here is you're not trying to buy and then sell it. We're not doing trading. You're not doing anything like that. You're buying it as a long-term investment. You're saying, okay, I'm going to put $100 in. I'm going to put $1,000 in now. I'm going to purchase a little piece of this, right? But as that currency keeps going up, as the value of it keeps going up over the years, that value of that investment is going to grow exponentially. And that's what we're looking to do. Even just looking to put in a small amount of something, whatever you can afford, and then watch that grow. But don't look at it and be like, oh no, it dropped and this and that and the other, right? That's the nature of it. It's going to happen. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. In fact, they purposely make it go down so that more people buy in. That's how it works. Okay. That's the nature of any market. But each time it does it at a higher level, you see? So you don't look at it as like, oh, I'm going to buy and sell and do this and that and the other. No, it's just saying put in, if you take a little bit of money and you say, okay, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this wave of the future, and so I'm just telling you, this is what I do. When I first invested, I just put a little bit of money into it. And, I did it like a year ago, and that's grown exponentially. And I continue to just put a little bit in. Each month, you can just put a little bit more in and see what happens. Watch it grow, right? That's how it works. And that's the same as if you're, there's all kinds of apps out there that you can use. The Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, this is something that is just very powerful shift in our economic system that is happening right now. So that's why I think it's so important to be part of it, even at just a tiny, tiny little level. It doesn't matter, even if it's just small. You don't need $60,000. You can buy $100 worth of it because you can buy it in fractions, right? And those fractions are still worth the same as it still has the same value encapsulated in it. Now, there's all kinds of other stuff that you can do to invest. And I talk about this. There's simple platforms like Betterment platform where you can put a little bit of money in. There's all kinds of ways that are not scary that you can start to, put a little money away and put it into something that can grow. Okay. Put it into something that can grow rather than just using it, and losing it, or, leaving it in your bank account, letting it sit there. So think about that. Jump on board somehow, like get involved if you can, because this is such a powerful shift right now in our whole history, the history of the world, the history of the economy, what COVID did. There's just a massive shift happening. And, I don't want you to miss out. I don't want you to be like, damn it, I wish I had done that. Like a lot of people are saying, oh, I wish I bought Bitcoin back when it was like $10 or $100 or whatever, right? At some point, people are going to be saying that about right now too. So, don't think it's too late. It's not too late. And don't think you have to make a huge investment. You can just do something really, really small, and just to be part of it and just to start educating yourself. just to start learning about it. Because when you make a small investment, what's going to happen? You're going to start paying attention to it. You're going to start reading articles about it when it comes up. You're going to start looking at the apps and looking at it and looking at the movement of it. So that will help you to become more educated about this stuff, because you'll start to put your focus on it. And that's what's so key, right? Whatever you focus on, that's what grows. So if you focus on learning and understanding about finances, financial markets, cryptocurrency, all of this stuff, then you're going to start getting more educated about it. And then you'll be able to do more with it. And that's really the critical part. That's the key. That's what I learned last year when I said, okay, this is the year I'm going to focus on learning to understand about investing and money. And so I just did it. I kept working on it. And now, it's transformative how much I know compared to where I was, a year ago, and what I've been able to do. So, it's small steps to start, but jump in and do something, right? That's all I'm saying. Jump in and do something. Start that process so you don't get left behind, and learn, right? That's the secret. Keep learning, but don't just study and don't take action. Even to just take a small action, whatever you can, do, whatever you can risk, that's not critical to your life, that's fine. Taking those small actions, making small investments in things that will allow you to just be involved and to learn. That's the secret. Okay. All right. I hope that you guys have an amazing day and that you jump in, get empowered, start learning about your finances and focusing on it so that you can take back control of your life and you can have that freedom that you're longing for. That's what we all want, right? So, as I say, I own me, and together we rise free. Let's rise free together. And this is part of it, claiming our financial and economic independence. You guys have an amazing day. I'll